Today I am unveiling a brand new Warmoth body style. So why am I holding this Fender American Pro 2 Stratocaster? Stick around and find out. Hey everybody, it is Aaron at Warmoth, and yes, this is a brand new Fender American Pro 2 Stratocaster. In fact, the hard case is sitting right over there. It still has the tags on it and everything. So why would I be holding this when I'm getting ready to unveil a brand new Warmoth body? Well, because Warmoth makes parts that are interchangeable with Fender parts, and so we buy Fender products from time to time to make sure that that compatibility works. And so what I'm going to do today is use all the parts off of this, the neck, the pickups, and the electronics, on the new Warmoth body and build a new guitar. And by now you're tired of hearing me talk about this new body and you want to see it. And here it is. I present to you the Warmoth Dinkycaster. And the story behind the Warmoth Dinkycaster body is actually kind of interesting. For years and years, decades actually, Warmoth has offered a bass body called the Dinky J, which is kind of a scaled down J-style bass body. And one day we were looking at that and somebody said, you know, I think that would make a cool guitar body. And the rest of us kind of looked at each other and said, you know, I think you're right. And so we did it. And this is the result, the Dinkycaster. And it is such a cool shape. Let me show you the pick guard. This is obviously a top-routed body. This is the pick guard that goes on it, so you can kind of get an idea of what that is going to look like all done. This is obviously a universal route, and the pick guard, you can get any combination of the usual pickups. And that is basically what it's going to look like. I think it is a great shape that really maintains that kind of vintagey look and vintage appeal. But it's something new that you've probably never seen before. And we are also going to make it as a rear route body. This is the rear route version. You can see this is routed for a hipshot hardtail bridge and a couple of humbuckers. Control cavity on the back. And I think it looks pretty awesome as a rear routed body too. But going back to the top routed body, what I am going to do today is tear that brand new Fender Stratocaster apart and use the neck and the pickups and electronics to build this new guitar. Now, I'm not going to use the same bridge. I want to use a Goto vintage style 6-screw bridge. So I'm going to use a different bridge, but everything else is coming from the Strat. And I think it's going to be a pretty easy swap. The only place where I anticipate it being a little challenging is the neck, because as you may know, the American Pro 2 has this rounded heel there, and that puts the screw in a slightly different place. These three are still in the usual place, and all the dimensions of the neck pocket and neck heel are the same, but this screw is in a different place. So what I'm going to have to do is position this neck on the Dinkycaster body and drill another screw hole right there. And I don't think that's going to be very hard either. So, but we're going to give it a shot and see what we come up with. And then once the new guitar is built, then I'm going to give it a little play test and we're going to hear how it sounds. And that is it. I'm not going to play a bunch because this really isn't about the sound. You know, this can sound pretty much any way you want it to, depending on what bridge and electronics and stuff you choose. This is really about the new perimeter, the new body shape that Warmoth is offering. And this is actually the first time we've seen one built up. You know, we do lots of experiments and Photoshop mock-ups and stuff, but this is the first time I've put one together fully assembled, and I just think it's money. You know, there's always speculation on our part about how well something's going to sell. Is it going to be a good seller or not? But I'm looking at this, and I think it's money. It's a cool offset shape that isn't really much bigger than like a Strat replacement body. It's certainly not Jazzcaster size. It's not a 3-acre body. So I can see it having a lot of appeal that way. I can also see it having a lot of appeal for both traditionalists and modern people who like a modern aesthetic, because you know, this is obviously built up with more of a vintage thing going on with kind of the Strat stuff. But I could easily see this rocking a single humbucker with a Floyd. It would look so cool. Yeah, and that's it. The new Warmoth Dinkycaster. If you have any more questions about it, you want to know more, go to the Warmoth website or give our customer service reps a call. And until next time, keep on picking.